To Damilola. That's I should not have said her name, but yes, please give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Energy. You guys should give energy. Are you happy to be here? Have you been here before? Anyone who has been here before? You remember me now? I'm energy, so I don't want any. Like I'm going to give energy. So are you guys happy to be here? Was super happy to host you. Like, such a pleasure, a great pleasure. So please give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much for honoring our invite and coming around. So, before we get right into it, I want us to play a game. Are you ready? See, Ted, I'll come and collect this mic. This people are not giving me energy. Are you ready? Awesome. So, we're going to play Put a Finger Down. You know that game, right? Okay. So everybody do like this. The judgment is yeah. Are you ready? Okay, put a finger down if you ever said I'm sorry when you are not sorry when talking to a customer. Put a finger down. I hope your CS managers are not here. A very important question. Okay, put a finger down if you've ever said we'll resolve it soon, even when the engineer has not found the problem. Nah, them. Okay, put a finger down when you really pray that let me not go and bust out when your customer is shouting at you like you're this close. Like one more touch and you're gonna bust it. Okay. Every finger is going down. People of God. Okay. Put a finger down if you've ever said, we're so happy that you're a customer, even when you're wondering, who be this person? Put a finger down if you have ever convinced somebody to use the product, even when you're wondering, are you sure you should be using this product? Some people's finger, even the 10 are already down. That's so amazing. One more before we go. Put a finger down if you have handled a conversation before and you feel like you'll be sacked after that. Because maybe you didn't handle it properly. I just like, come on, let's DM not link to your love. All right, I think that's about it for now. For those of you that have all your fingers up, how you they do like we should bring you up stage and let you be the anchor for today so that you can tell us. But it's amazing being here. Can you give yourself a round of applause once again? Okay, so welcome to CX Blueprint. If it's your first time here, can you wave your hands? For those that have been coming, can you clap for them? Keep waving, keep waving. We want to see you. If we were in church, we would have sang you, wow, welcome, whatever. So welcome to CX Blueprint. Just in case you're wondering, what's this about? What did they do here? Maybe it was even your friend that dragged you, your colleague that said, I bet me will go. And you're like, what do they do there? And the person could not give you as much information. That's why I'm here. Before I start, my name is Dami and I'll be your anchor for today. Can you give me a round of applause? All right. So CX Blueprints, let me tell you a story. So one day we were just in a meeting. Sorry? We're just in a meeting and we've actually been doing a lot of great work that we feel like there's so many things that so many people, CX professionals, that don't exactly know some of the things we know or don't feel appreciated as much as we feel appreciated. So Vivian, please give Vivian, please. The reason you are here is because of Vivian. So Vivian came up with this document, and I like, and she's like, okay, she's thinking of something, a CX convergence, where CX professionals, CX leaders like you, CX innovators can come together, rub minds together, have a way of connecting with each other, sharing our challenges, sharing our hopes, sharing our dreams, sharing our wins, right? And that's what better today. Do you want to give Vivian a round of applause once again? All right. So yeah, you're going to be doing so many things. We hope that you come again and again next year, not this year anymore. We're closed for the year. We're closed for the year. So we hope that as you keep coming, you understand that your job is very important. I want to ask somebody, what do you think your job contributes to the company? And they're just like, well, I resolve customers' complaint and I close, and customers are happy, and my company is happy. Yeah, that's great. But you also need to understand that the work you do contributes greatly to the revenue of the company. If our customers are not happy, they won't go back and say Razak Ahmed is a bad person. If you treat a customer badly, they will go and say Cowrywise is bad. Whereas it was just dummy that attended to them. It was not even the entire Cowrywise. And that's how important our job is. Every time we interact with a customer, every time we face with a customer, we're delivering excellence that will rub off on the company and should bring much billions, millions of naira to the company. So your job is important. Can you tell your neighbor your job is important? Tell them, see, my dear sister, your job is important. Because there are times that someone asks you, in fact, I should have done that, put your finger down. There are times someone asks you what you do, and you're not even exactly proud of it because it feels like, oh, I'm just a support person. You feel like in the hierarchy of the company, you are the lower place. In fact, everybody just thinks that you are playing in that place. But that's not it. And that's why this stuff was created for you to help you understand that without you, so to speak, the company cannot do the great work that it does. Products can build, engineers can code, and all of those things, but they don't interface with the actual customers that use it. You are that loop between the customer and the company. And that's why our work is so important. Don't ever forget that. Say, my work is important. My work is important. So CX Blueprint is that gathering where we're going to applaud you just in case you feel like your work, your company is not applauding you as much. Sales Blueprint is that place where we applaud you, we remind you why you do what you do, we remind you why what you do is very important. And today is not just about learning. Today is also about having fun. You know that song, DJ, we wanna party. You're going to do it yesterday. So if you came here I not bring your dancing shoe. Please see me. We have dancing shoes in the office. I can give you one. Amazing, amazing. I hope you're having a great time. All right. So very soon, we'll be having our panelists up on board. But before then, you want to meet the person to your left. First, do to your left. Look at the person to your left. Ask them what's your name, what do you do, which company do you work. At the end of today, at the end of this network session, I'm going to bring out 5 people. You tell us your partner's favorite food, their favorite color, the customers they like the most. So you must ask them every question them single and searching. You know who they work with. It's like the company they work with. Okay, so if you are done with the Someone? Brother. Hi, brother. Yes, you, sir. No. I'm talking to you. He's you. You're the one I'm talking to.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, my name is Midi. I think this is the second time I've introduced myself.
Okay, love it.
Yeah.
Tell us about your partner this time.
Yeah, my partner. She said she likes draw soup, she takes swallow.
Oh.
And I'm not, we try to interact concerning that because I'm not the draw. So,
Where does she work?
yeah, she's a colleague of mine. So,
Okay, where
yeah,
does she work?
Kuda.
Kuda.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I'll say, yeah.
Since many times, yeah, hey, thank God I did not. Hope you did not do put your finger down. Ma, I did not mean it so. They're just joking. Okay, two more people before we get right into it. Do you want to raise up your hand before you call you? Yes, you are the one. I'm about to call you. Yeah, that's you. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. All right. Hi, mom. With the cough. Love it.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Victoria. I've met with Elizabeth. I've met with Chinelo. I've met with Victoria. She's my namesake.
Love it.
And I've met with Temi Lade.
Try. Only you. So just pick one of them and tell us maybe something favorite about them or where they work.
Okay, Elizabeth also works with Kuda. I try to ask. Um, sorry, Copper Brass. Sorry.
Kuda CX manager, please. You have a new. Somebody has employed somebody on your behalf. All right, guys.
I try to ask, okay, me I and Temilade try to ask what our favorite colors are, but we don't have none.
Oh, okay. All right, that's amazing. Okay. A guy, okay, I've gone through a guy, but anywho, two, two guys are not too much. Welcome, sir. Can you tell us about your partner?
Yeah, his name is God.
Okay.
Um, by my left is Jamil. He worked with Atlas Technologies. He's an HR manager, right? Service delivery. Yeah. By my right is in Queen Esther.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Please give a round of applause for everyone that has introduced their partner. I like when I ask you guys to do something, you do it. It shows that I'm a good uncle. Am I? Okay. All right. So we'll be going right into an opening presentation. And presentation will be giving. Hi. Before then, let's not forget our online audience. Can you jam us together for our online audience? We love you. We hope you're connecting on. Hello. We love you. We hope you participate in every session. We wish you were here, but you're not. So you're going to miss the small chops. But no problem. We'll eat it for you. But we hope you have an amazing time also. All right, so we'll be going right into a presentation, and that presentation will be giving, you know, how. Okay, sorry, I'm a married woman, so I'm about to do what married women do. You know how your husband is coming, oh, no, good power, can you copy? All this stuff. I don't know how they say it. Eh? Oh, sorry, I forgot Mary's at home. So I'm about to like hype this person as she's coming. And as she's coming, she must be giving me like a little dance as I'm hyping her. Else she'll go back to her seat and she'll start all over again. Yeah, I'm that kind of uncle. Don't mind me. Okay, so we'll be having Vivian Oguwa on stage. Can you come up as an IPO? Vivian is a CX innovator. She's a CX leader. She's she's our CRM specialist. Everything boards, intercom, give it to her. She's the icon man. She's the energy queen. She's the one who went out into CX and CX lights up. You're not clapping enough. Am I not typing enough? Right. So Vivian is the founder, starter. She's the beginner. She's the give me now, give me. She's the innovator of CX Blueprint. I hope you have an amazing time as you listen to our presentation. I'll be back shortly. Keep clapping.
Thank you so much, Dami. Uh actually don't know where to start from after that. That was actually very detailed presentation. I don't know if I need to while using oh, it's Wi-Fi. Nice. While we wait for our IT guy to do his thing, I'm just gonna have like a very brief introduction. I feel like Dami has covered everything, right? But yeah, my name is Vivian. I have been in the CX space for close to 5 years, which it's a long time. Capitalism, that's a long time. But yeah, I've been in this space for 5 years. And funny enough, this has been my first job. I have been privileged to stay here for quite a bit, and I have been able to grow into the role and expand, extend, evolve, which is pretty amazing and something I will talk about at length once we kickstart. Okay. So while we're trying to set up, right, I'm just going to ask people, right? It's going to be very interactive. Yes, we're going to do that. I was working on my slides. I started thinking back when I wanted to apply for the role, what I perceived or presumed that the role would be all about. And it prompted me to actually ask, what was your first impression, perception about the role? First time you wanted to apply as a CX specialist, what did you think it was going to be all about? Does anybody want to answer? Or should I do the random? Oh, perfect.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
So from my end, what actually came to mind when I wanted to join or be a customer service assistant because at that time it was of an inbound role. So what came to mind is like I read mass communication, so definitely like to talk and all that was like what was at the back of my mind. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, my perspective changed. But that was what just came into my mind. I find I could communicate. At least that's the so yes.
Thank you. You want to say something?
For me, for me, when I applied for my first customer service job, it was because I was inspired by somebody.
Hmm.
So,
Interesting.
interestingly, back in my university days, I met a who was a customer service professional and I made lots of mistakes. I was trying to pay my school fees at the time, and the account was unable to carry it and all of that. Normally, when I go back, people I know very rash and they ask questions that you can see that you don't have answers. But then the lady was very nice. She was very kind, very thoughtful. And for the first time, I started noticing what so as the time I was done with service, I got a certification in customer service and then doing something on it to do. Yeah, kind of perspective.
Thank you so much. Does any other person want to go? Oh, okay, awesome.
Okay, for me, I did the because when I finished school, it seems like the easiest thing to do because I looked at tech, data analysis, I tried them and it was like the only thing, it seems like the easiest thing to do at the time. So before transitioning to where I am at the moment, so it was just the easiest to step into it and
Thank you. I think I can take one more person. Okay. It's just people at the front. What's happening at the back?
So first time I applied for a customer support job, what came to my head was literally what it means. Support. So it means customers ask questions and you answer. It cannot be that bad. I think that's what I just thought. Like as long as I have answers, I think I'll be fine. Then when I got into it, it was quite challenging to be honest, but growing, learning along the way. And but it was just, oh, customers come ask you questions and you answer them, and that's it. So that's what I thought when I first applied.
Thank you. Funny enough, I think the only person I could relate to was you. I just had something that would be very, very easy. So I'm like, you know what? If anybody can do it, I can do it. And that's how I personally got it right. Uh, just a moment. Okay, I have escalated this to a technical team and they're working on it. Exactly. Okay, it's showing. It has gone off. Yeah, yeah, showing now. Yes, thank you. So I'm going to. My dear. Okay, okay. No, I- our engineers seem to have fixed it temporarily, so let's hope. Well, thank you so much for your patience and understanding. Okay, so we're going to focus a lot about the CX dream, right? And I'm really, really particular about the term dream because correct me if I'm wrong though, but I honestly don't think a lot of people have like dreams or aspirations or growth ideas about the specific look deep into what CX is like. Next slide, please. And to this, right? So a lot of people actually do think that CX is like a launching pad, right, or a bridge to another career. CX is like a transition role for you to move to your dream career, right? I feel like if we ask people why they entered the CX space, right, 8 out of 10 will probably tell you it was just convenient at the time. It was just something that they had to do to move to the next phase. Like a stop. I don't know what to do. I need to enter the 9 to 5 market, job market. Customer experience. It's not just to talk to customers, resolve their issues. Nothing too serious. And so that we, enter the role and just start with that. It's like the perception a whole lot of people would likely have about this role, which is, of course, it's making everybody as a sales professional, right? So, of course, before we started with wanting to work with that. Next slide, please. Okay, so I mean, I had briefly talked about my humble beginnings. Just to give a little more. Okay, apparently I'm not shouting enough. Well, can you guys hear me now? Great, awesome, thank you. I joined CXP shortly after NYC. I don't know Cowrywise saw me. Might want to ask my manager, but they accepted me. Interesting. I had no experience at all. So I've been in this space for quite some time, right? And when I joined, to be honest, I did not have a dream career. Those to people that do, people that have their life figured out. I don't think I still have one now, but yeah, confident. Finished NYC. What else? Obviously, enter the labor market. and it will just help the easiest way to get into the space. And that is what I tried. Fast forward to 5 years, a lot has happened. I have been down as CX specialist, project event manager, CRM optimization specialist. What else? I'm not the CEO yet, so I handle events. Yes, so I'm like the chief event officer. I've done quite a lot of things outside, within and outside the space while still in the company, right? So yeah, I was able to transition from like a novice to an expert. And I think the key realization for me was sometimes you just decide to take just for convenience at that time to actually also is something different. Right. Next slide. Yeah, I apologize to my IT guy again. Yes. I know when we talk about growth, a lot of times we have like roadmap or a growth trajectory, right? Oh, in the space of this number of years, I want to be in this space. I want to be in this position. I want to have this title. All these things are great because they sort of like affirm the type of hard work you're doing. You get promoted, awesome. It feels so great. Like, oh, I'm doing a lot of work and they can actually see it. That's great. But at the same time, sometimes this growth is actually non-linear. You can't necessarily have a pattern or a ladder to your growth before you feel like you are. It doesn't have to go from point A to B before you say, "Oh yeah, I'm growing." Because some companies, some space that you find yourself don't have the traditional structure where if you spend 2 years, you move to a manager. You spend 2 years, you move to the VP, you spend two like that. Sometimes you're stuck in one position for a very long time. And sometimes it feels like you're not moving, you're stagnant, you're stuck there, you're not growing. But when you look at it inwardly, you discover that there's actually growth happening. You just don't see it because it doesn't follow the title or the pattern that you would expect to follow. Yes. So I want you to recognize like key signs of growth, right? And sometimes it's as simple as I don't know if anybody remembered the first message I sent to a customer. I wrote it as a note. So we use intercom, right? So we drop notes. I wrote the note first, and then I tagged my body. Please, does this make sense to send to a customer? Please help me review if I send to a customer. And then I sent it to the customer. I remember it was my what to be. I sent it to. I sent it to the customer, and I wrote it. I'm like, oh my god, what if this customer is not happy with this response? I need to wait and see to see if this customer will really this response. Will he follow up? What do I do? Like I was so confused. I didn't just know what to do, right? But now, got me with everybody involved, then I send my message as long as it's clear and the attempts to you. Well, yeah. Can anybody remember their first irate customer? I'm trying to remember. I honestly can't because it's been a long time. But I'm sure the first time we had to handle an irate customer, we were probably scared and shaky, stammering. Oh my god, how come I into this? I'm so sorry. I apologize. All those type of things. And I feel like right now, I'm of course working with the assumption, right? But I feel like right now we're going to get to a stage where we get into we know how to really handle this, right? Without having to feel all those things that I felt the first time. Or does anybody remember the first time your manager gave you a task to handle? And you're like, "Oh, I talk to you. How do I do this?" And then you sort of want your manager to micromanage you. So every time you're like, I'm going to use my manager's name, at Eno, kindly check. At Eno, gently reminder. At Eno, what do you think? And then you send it to your entire team members to help you review before you now send it. Like, oh, just share your thoughts at Eno, right? That would probably have been like your experience. It was mine, so I thought that was my experience. But now, you get tasks to do. Like, okay, I can prioritize this. We're going to sort it out. I can handle this. And the manager's like, oh, when are you submitting this? And I go, just give me some time and then submit it. It's perfect and all that. Don't go through all these details and all those stuff again. That is growth comes in different ways. It comes in your first phone call, you were scared, you did not know how to talk to the customer. Now you're talking to the customer, you're having a conversation with the customer, right? It feels right, it feels seamless, right? That is growth. All these versions of growth do not have a ladder, they don't have a pattern, they don't have a title to it. You're not going to get a CX manager that can answer calls well, or a CS associate very good at attending customers. But these are actually signs of growth in your career that you could also look out for. Thank you. Yes, you are your assets. I don't know if everybody feels this way, but your growth is actually what you make it to be, right? When you speak to quite a few people, they can't necessarily pinpoint what they do and where they feel like they've grown. To be very honest, nobody's going to grow for you. I don't know if that makes sense, right? You're going to have to be the one to determine areas where you can improve, areas where you can grow. You're going to want to be the one to set that target for growth, right? So your growth is what you make it to be. And of course, you have to be the biggest advocate. Nobody is going to sell you to people all the time. I mean, sometimes people go into rooms and speak about you. Great, lovely. What happens in situations where you don't do that? What happens in situations where you go? How do you sell yourself? How do you advocate for yourself? How do you speak for yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, nobody knows you better than yourself, and no one can speak to you growth more than you can, right? Your work will simply amplify when you give it a voice. So your work simply amplifies when you give it a voice. You can keep on saying or feeling that I do a lot of work, I do a lot of work. What do you do? When they ask you, okay, give me a breakdown of what you actually do, can you highlight it? Can you pinpoint what you do exactly? You do a lot of things, granted, but can you amplify it and tell us what you do? Right. Oh, yes, very interactive. So bringing us to this place, I'm actually very curious to see how we'll sell ourselves, right? So, I mean, do we all know what the elevator pitch is? So I need us to randomly, I am hoping that people get to volunteer for this, right? But I need us to sell ourselves. A couple of people. Tell me something about yourself, how you would introduce yourself to a potential client, potential employer, potential so pitch yourself to us. Who's interested?
I would say what I always do when I have an interview that actually got me into Levelify and my current role. So
Okay.
when I don't know okay, so when the you are being asked to tell me about yourself, I usually before say things that are not imperative or in an interview because I think that's what sets the pitch for you.
Yeah.
So I would say I usually say my name is but I have so years in customer service and support and the mentality that customer is king. Therefore it's imperative sorry therefore it's imperative for me to provide exceptional customer service with emphasis on exceptional. And the things I always have at the back of my mind is firstly empathy. My own perspective is the foundation of customer service and support. Putting yourself in the shoes of the customer, then I'll give an instance of maybe the transaction,
Yeah.
putting myself in that situation, I find myself in that situation of then secondly, I usually say excellent communication, emphasis on excellence, communication is a two-way thing, right? So excellent communicating clearly and accurately in order to avoid miscommunication and also getting to the level of the customer. Because if you are communicating with someone that doesn't know how to speak English,
Yeah.
and a pidgin customer, right? Then thirdly, I usually say active is also very imperative. emails, outbound, live chat as the case may be.
Yeah.
Pointing that important information. For example, if it's a field PS transaction, you know that a field PS transaction you need to receive first on the last one on your debit card, and also active listening is also very imperative. Then the last but not least is proactiveness.
Yeah.
Taking control of that situation is very important. Okay, this has happened after I've escalated to Zendex or Slack as the case may be. Do I need to communicate because CX works hand in hand with compliance, that's as the case may be. So actually you have to enter their DMs to like give
Yeah.
them an
Yeah.
insight. So you definitely have to be proactive. So those are the steps I usually AMC and I get bunches of them and it always works like it sets things up for me. So yes.
Thank you. Okay, so quick one. What stood out for me in your pitch was the fact that you're very proactive even in the pitch. So you talked about potential problems and how you solve them. Talk about how you escalate to customers, how you communicate and all that. Anybody that hears that's like, oh, you already know what you're doing. I probably don't need to even think about teaching you and onboarding you on all those type of things, right? So you're already selling the type of value to bring into the space without them even asking. So you see how this is great to do. So it's good to know yourself, the type of value you bring, and it's great to be able to see yourself. Sometimes you're not in an interview space, right? Sometimes you're, and then they tell you, "Please, tell them something about yourself, right?" Sometimes in situations like this where you have to network and talk to people, right? And it's very, very important that you know the type of value that you bring to the room. You can sell it. Everybody's a marketer one way or the other. Other you need to market yourself, right? Does any other person want to try this? Okay. Come in.
My name is
Uh,
to be my so I began so I don't know it's what that so
Ah, that's
I did it
interesting.
with Cardana from the scratch.
Oh,
I'm highly organizational. Um, I thrive on empathy and on the 30 days I was able to close the deal of 100,000 USD.
hmm.
I connect with my client because I understand that tickets, but I solve problems. I need to know what the root cause of the problem. So I hope we can connect and do some first stuff.
That's great. Thank you. I mean, in your case, you went like a little analytical and used data, which is lovely, right? Anybody would hear that and say, oh, okay, I can pinpoint where you come in helpful and the things that you'll be able to do. And then they give you KPIs. Sell 1 million okay, within a short time, right? But you're able to sell yourself and let them know the type of value that you. It's important that we know what we do, we know who we are, we know the type of things that we can bring to the room, and we're confident in our ability to actually bring these things. Because it's one thing to know what you do, know your level of confidence. Another thing to speak about it. There has to be this certain level of confidence, right? When you're talking about situations or when you meet someone and they say, oh, tell me about yourself, and you go, so yeah, my name is Vivian. Yeah, so I do everything. I work with customers, and yes, I work with the CX team, and it's not boosting confidence, right? Chances are the person has lost interest like within split seconds of this. So while you can sell yourself, when you know your value, it's very great if you're confident enough to actually express yourself about this. Oh yeah, you can find our IT guy. Obviously not Slide. Yes. When it comes to the CX role, right, I feel like we all have a common perception about what we're supposed to do. Talk to customers, attend to calls, reply messages, close out tickets, my IT guy, I can't see anything. Awesome. Apologies for this experience. We'll be with you shortly. But while he's trying to set this right, a lot of people feel like there's a common perception rather about customer support, customer experience. And most times, don't you guys just reply customers? You just attend to customers, right? Which is just how things that we do. I mean, we attend to customers, but we're the one that will escalate to external to the external team, to the engineers and all that. Follow through and ensure that the customer's issue is resolved and go back to the customer, notify the customer. Like it's such a long chain of communication, of escalations, and it's much more than, oh, hello, hi. I'm sorry, the online guide. Check out. Oh, so somebody dropped their page here. So I'm going to read it right before we move on to this. Okay, so we have Chidiogo who says customers, business owners may struggle through onboarding and product adoption, or companies making decisions from the customer's data. That's where I come in. I'm Chidiogo Jones, and I serve as a relationship manager, helping customers navigate products while keeping track of metrics and help with internal decisions in the company. As soon as I see that, I'm like, I can picture where should come in. I can see where should be of value, right? We have Sarah. Sarah says, my name is Sarah. I'm the middleman between the company and our customers and communicate the pain points of customers to the internal stakeholders and try to find a solution. Automatically, I know that Sarah is a CX person, right? But Sarah did not just outright come and say, hi, I'm Sarah. I work in CX. She talks about what she does, talks about problems she solves, right? How she adds value to the team and company. So moving on. So yeah, talk just about how many calls, tickets, of complaints, chats you close. Impact sometimes can be a little as processes you're improving for the company, for your team, how you're protecting customers' trust, how you're reducing the team's workload, right? How you're creating systems that will potentially outlive you, right? All these things can be categorized as impact. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to call this the Boye effect. So when we before Boye joined the team, right, we had like escalations, image related, right? Where we would have to each person would have to escalate to the third party, follow up. It doesn't matter how many escalations that has to be done, right? Say I have payments that after escalating to third party, right? I have to follow on each individual payment to ensure that I'm resolving it while I'm still, of course, speaking to the customer and doing all those good stuff. Then Boye came in and simplified the process for us. And he's like, of you guys, doing this one after the other, spending time, why not compile this information in one place? And then I will bulk escalate this. At that point, we probably didn't even understand how that would work because it would be like a little bit of struggle before we could like adapt to the system. But it reduces the team workload. Right now, I know that, oh, because of escalation, escalate, post it on where Boye will do the bulk escalation. And then I have peace of mind that oh, it will be escalated. And then Boye on his end has created a relationship with a lot of external parties, right? With banks, with needs, and all that. So it helps him with the escalation. And on our end, we're like, easy breezy. You have an issue, I escalate it, Boye handles it, it's resolved, right? So yeah, I call it the Boye's effect. So yeah, he's blushing. Next slide. A lot of people think about CX, think about it as something very wrong. They don't see themselves long term in the shop, which is fine, right? I mean, you can switch careers anytime. Perfect, beautiful. Or when you're thinking about the CX career or you're building one, you need to build something that you're really proud of. So let's think long term. What legacy are you building? What do you want people to say years down the line when they hear your name and they try to associate you with customer experience? What are you building? What are you doing? How are you contributing in ways and do? Your company has their KPIs, their goals for the year. How do you contribute to others? It might be as little as ensuring that your CTA is great, your satisfaction score. Because satisfied customers would likely not drop off and would likely refer people, which automatically means that more sign-ups, which means more money for the company, which means we get to make them go higher. So it might be as simple as that type of how are you contributing this? Because when you know the type of impact you're putting in, right, it's easier to track it. And yes, your work in sales has real effect across everywhere. Have you have you had situations where you're like, if I don't work, if we just decide I want to riot and close down, even the CEO wants to work and beg us. That's how crazy your work is. The engineers are coding and building things. The product managers are doing the same. But for who? Customers. You're the one that have to interface with these customers. You're the one that have to speak to them. You're the one that have to ensure that they're satisfied. If you don't do that, then who are you building these things for? So you need to understand the importance of the work that you do. I know Dami had mentioned something about how, like, in the hierarchy, I don't know if it's that you're like, I'm mixing up now, or in the hierarchy of importance of role, most people see CX as bottom right. Tell them that you want to go right first. No, just you should just give us one day. We don't want to work at all, the entire team. That's when you realize that, oh, I have a CEO. Ah, yes, my number. That's interesting, right? Your work is so important. And the things that you do, you can literally trace it from what you do to how the company functions. Every other thing that everybody's doing complements your work, right? The engineers, every single person. These things they are doing great. But if you don't have customers, how are you doing for them? They're doing for themselves, passing it around themselves or something. So yeah, your work is very important. I'm sure this is not a surprise to anybody that's attended CX blueprint before. I think Daniel had a conversation about how you should document your process. It is very important. And I'm guilty of it. So I remember that when I was trying to make my bio for this particular section, right, I struggled. I'm like, what do I do? I know I do things, but what do I do? I can't remember. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just start documenting. And then I started documenting. Like, ah, interesting. I did that. That's very, very interesting. And it prompted me to start a little series on LinkedIn. I got tired. I hope to continue. But it was actually very interesting to see the things that I've been able to do as far back as 3, 4 years plus ago, right? And it just happened from documenting the process. When I started thinking through and documenting, I could see everything actually do things, and these things are traceable, right? So yeah, tools to help you track your growth. You have Notion, you have Coda, you could have like a document where you just document things that you do, right? Or you could have like quarterly impact review with yourself, with your peers, your colleagues. Speak to them. Review me. How do you think I did this quarter? What do you think I should have done better? Things like that. And then monthly wins. It's very okay to have people review you. I mean, sometimes feedback tends to be constructive, which is necessary for growth. But sometimes you need to give yourself accolades. So, in as much as you're getting feedback to like work on yourself and continuously grow, right? It's very okay for you to give yourself accolades. So, monthly wins. Oh, this month I was able to do this. Oh, this month I did this, and I did this. It turned out this way. That's great. Document all these things, right? LinkedIn, yeah. I'm going to move over that. Because hopefully I'll resume. But yeah, write on LinkedIn. It might sound hectic, which it can be, but write about it so that you're not just documenting your process and speaking about your growth. You're actually letting people know that, my name is Vivian and I do a lot. When I say I do a lot, I mean I do a lot. So these are the things that I do. It's a lot. Step one, I've done this. I'm going to do this. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Document it, talk about it. People might not say, okay. People might sit and say, oh, well done, Vivian, you're actually doing quite a lot, right? And all these things are important. And then team feedback. You can't grow if you feel like you're getting to your peak of growth. If you feel like I'm here already, I've arrived, I don't need to improve, then you're not going to grow. You're just going to be stagnant, right? And that's why it's very, very important that you get feedback, constructive feedback. I'm not saying, oh, you should go and collect negative feedback or something, right? And of course, every feedback you get, you sift through them. Some feedbacks are good, are constructive. However, at that point, it might not necessarily add value. So, for instance, if you give me feedback on, oh, Vivian, the work is great, but I feel like when you're writing, sometimes some choice of words are a bit hard for people to understand. It's a feedback I might take and say, okay, let me go through conversations that possibly use these words before. If people have problems understanding it. Oh, so far, I've not seen any negative comments concerning this. So it means that the person that gave us feedback might be right, but at the same time, it's not something that I can see as a problem. So therefore, I might just monitor the situation. So times when I need to use such choice of words, I can take it a little. Find a middle ground. You have accepted that feedback was not so priority and not something that you must implement at that stage. But then you receive the feedback, "Oh, I think you need to do X, Y, Z to make it better." And you're like, that makes sense. What if I put a month or 2 months or focus on this quarter and then you work on that and you go back and say, oh, I received this feedback from you. Believe that I have improved in and this area. I would like you to give me feedback again based on this, right? That way you've grown. You were able to even document the process of your growth and then you've reached out to get confirmation of that growth. Next slide. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure when you think about traditional customer support or CX, right? We're thinking answer calls, resolve issues, close out tickets, all those stuff. And yeah, sure, we do all those things. But CX is constantly evolving, right? So it's way beyond that now. CX is becoming more technical, analytical, and strategic. Yeah. We have, I don't know, sometimes when you speak to engineers and they're telling you what the issue is, I don't know if I'm the only person that gets confused. Exactly. So guess who is learning all these technical things? We, the CX people, right? So that we can actually communicate with these people well. Obviously, analytical, you tend to use data more. You tend to, I don't know who is interested in learning BigQuery and all those things, but you tend to use data because when you're reaching out, oh, so number of customers have had this issue, blah, blah, blah. This percentage of people are experiencing this percentage of this, that, and all of that. Very, very strategic now. Oh, we want to have a satisfaction score of this across all board. We need to be structured. We need to set KPIs. We need to ensure that we meet metrics and all that. It's no longer the I just the customer score. All right, when they're fine, you cut the call and move on. Don't do that anymore. Yeah. The companies now compete for on customer experience, right? And not just product. You hear about companies. First thing you hear is, the customer experience team. I'm not going to call names. You know yourselves, but I'm not going to call names. But there's some companies that immediately you just hear, you already know. The first thing you say is, "Yes, terrible customer experience." Well, those ones are the customers that attend to you. Those ones are the delay in response. Those I'll never answer your message, right? Companies now have very intentional about the customer experience thing. So yeah, in case you feel you are not important, remember that companies are fighting to be the best in CX, right? So yeah. Skilled CX professionals remain in high demand. This is a no-brainer. AIO, no AIO, it need us. It is very important that we actually set ourselves to be in instant high demand, right? And that's where growth comes in. Continuously grow, put yourself out there, and yeah, you continue to be in high demand. And yeah, CX is not going anywhere. We can only expand, we can only evolve, we can only adapt to things like AI and all that. I mean, a lot of people are scared about situations where what will happen here? I'll take over my job. Who's training the AI? I handle CRM optimization. I have to train it. Half the time, I don't know what it's telling people. But you have to constantly build, rebuild, you unlearn processes, you give attributes, you speak. It's a lot of logic and a lot of things happening, right? But it's still you that's setting it up. I recently set one last week. I'm like, this thing is not going as I expected to go. But God will help it. But yeah, like in as much as things are CX, customer experience, it's definitely not going anywhere. Any company that wants to flourish, any company that is there for a long time, would always need customer experience first. That's how important your job is. In fact, most startups when they start, their CEOs will probably be the CX person. CTOs, everybody is a CX person in the company, right? It is of utmost importance, your role. Yeah, that's home. You're exceptional. I don't feel like I have to tell you this. I mean, obviously, this is a no-brainer, but actually exceptional. Yeah, but I need you to embrace it, right? I need you to be able to own it, to work you through, the input you put. These things are important. So yeah, embrace that part of you. Don't treat CX as a ladder. Treat it as a legacy. Instead of seeing it as a ladder to all the roles, create a niche for yourself. I don't know if I'm the only person with that, but it is very important for mark somewhere. That honestly feels like a lot of things that I do, a lot of processes, a lot of ideas of projects and all of that. If I was going to treat it as that, if you remember, that it was more of a convenient time. So I could have as well said, it's just convenient. There's no need for me to do things. I just do the barest minimum and move on. Maybe I'll find my dream role or dream career afterwards and then I would pivot into that. But it's very important that you're not just treating it as a temporary role, as a ladder, but as a legacy. You need to make a name for yourself in this space. Because your career is how you make it, right? So if you decide that you don't want to be the greatest person, you don't want to be the person that will say, okay, top 10 CX people in Nigeria, and then they call you, you don't want to be all that. That's fine. It's literally how you make it. If you decide that, or in the CS space, when they talk about customer experience, your name has to be like top 10, top 20. That's equally fine. That's up to you, right? Essentially, the career you have right now is exactly how you make it. So you want to do great, you want to extend, you want to be great in this career, then you have to actually put in this effort. And with this, you're welcome. So, any questions for me? Please tell me you have questions. Oh, okay. Okay. We'll start from you.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
So, this was something I was
Okay.
relatively what you mentioned, but I feel you mentioned something about the idea or concept of customer experience. Just want us to share more understanding. I get different just this customer experience. Thank you.
Yeah, taking me out of my comfort zone. No. But if I could just give like a an answer, right? Customer experience is holistic. So think about customer service as a field under customer experience. Now the experience embodies every single thing. Customer support, operations, yes, product specialist, all those things. So it embodies everything customer experience. Does that answer your question? Oh, okay, awesome. Any other person? Okay. Hi. Hi.
So my question you said because so what are you in a company where you're not allowed to how do you know like what to put up on LinkedIn to do that?
Okay. So when you're selling yourself, you don't necessarily have to sell the company, right? You don't have to, for instance, I work at Cowrywise, I will use Cowrywise. I don't necessarily have to say, oh, I did this at Cowrywise. I did that at Cowrywise. I can simply say, in the past couple of years, I've noticed that I have been able to handle situations where people or customers are I've noticed that I've been able to resolve things faster. To measure this, I'll probably say that I have improved in, say, 20-30% since the beginning of the year, which is a win for me. You have told yourself, not call anybody's name, so nobody can. Yeah. Okay.
Hi, my name is
Hi.
Adedoyin. So I have a question. How do you communicate your ideas? Let's say you want to innovate something
Yeah.
company. How do you communicate to them? You are very, very keen that this in fact I really want to jump on it. They're not seeing how do you keep your ideas.
That's interesting. Um, I think the first idea I had was it 6 months, 5 months into Cowrywise. It was for Valentine's Day money duo thingy. I think I just asked the growth team randomly, like, do you have plans? And they're like, no, do you have plans? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And they're like, okay. But after that, right, going forward, I started learning how to present my idea in such a way that people can see it. I don't have to start telling you, oh, this is what I intend to do, and then I tell the next person and all that. If you remember, Danny had mentioned that we're just meeting and then I shared the doc. Even for the CX blueprint, I had documented every single thing about how I intended this to play out. So when people saw it, it was easy to buy into the idea because I'd already given them like a vision of how I wanted to play out. So you should try that process. You're welcome. Okay. There you go.
Okay, so let me trace a bit on question. The other person asked me a question. There has been a difference between customer service and customer experience. There are companies that what they do is customer service. There are companies that what they do is customer experience.
Yeah.
So, how do you transition from being a customer service officer to being a customer experience professional? Certifications, yes, I know there are certifications, but are there particular certifications for customer experience that employers or organizations look forward to, like when this is this is a candidate for customer experience. What do you
That's interesting. So I'm going to answer. from my own perspective and then shoot out to the room for any other person to answer. I don't think I have any certification. I probably do, but nothing so tangible, right? I would say, like I said, I came in as a novice, right? So I do have like one or two because obviously you have to come from the role and then right. So I do have certification. I think those are like major things that I can use to answer this question. So I'm throwing it. Does anybody have an answer from their own experience? Nora?
Currently transitioning from customer.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I don't think there's any sense, first of all, and you have to be service oriented. Even if you take different certifications and you're not service oriented, trust me, it's not. How do I explain it?
Sure.
Let me put this scenario. People just want to go into maybe like training, you to be in, you just need to show. But if you don't have empathy, if you're not service oriented, you're not going far. So if you want to transition, you need to be ready to serve. Just have solutions. I'm like I interview and I just want to know your behavior, your attitude. Like you need to serve, ready to serve because not just what you have to do. Not about solutions, not the intention about
You're
it.
correct. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, so I want to say that I'm also like in the box.
Okay.
What I've learned so far is that necessarily, like in your current role, you can also still do your customer experience things that you have ideas for, rather than wait for the role official.
Yeah.
You can always, as you find any like want to position, let it to kind of them and then this is what I want to do, this is what I want to introduce. Then eventually the role will come to just other people that you have done so. So that's what
Okay. So, sorry, quickly to add to that, right? Most certification for customer experience are usually soft skills. So it's not technical. You don't need to, for instance, an engineer will probably need to know Python and have a certification and all that. The finance person probably need ICA and CFE and all that. For customer experience is more often than not soft skills, right? And I don't think most organizations really ask for all these things. So like she recommended, which brings back to the fact that you could improve processes, reduce their workload, something customer experience thing while while still in the company. You might not have that opportunity yet, but start working as a customer experience person while you're still there. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go here, here, then forward.
So, my name is Guru. So, first of all, like to add to what you have been saying, customer service is your back end marketers. Nobody sees you, but your customer sees you, and then you are the bridge between customer from
Yeah.
collect data as you collect feedback from customers on a daily. And if you're a very innovative person, you come up with ideas that would help you reduce this. Maybe when you have complaints from customers, it helps you reduce it. And then in turn, it brings more sales to the company. So most of us don't see that we are back-end marketers. Most of us just think, oh, we are just because that's it. So for her saying, okay, customer service and customer experience. But when you have this mindset of thinking that I am a key one of this company, I don't just answer questions or give answers to or resolve issues. I also sell this brand positively. I also sell this brand with the way I now all of us in the empathy. You have to play a role. If you put yourself in the shoe of the customers, it helps you it helps you handle the customer. People will say, how do you handle every customer? I don't think I have issues with that because personally, number one, it is not personal. Number two, I have to go this company, go sales, and then go myself. And Just that alone, for me, it's a win. It's a win when you have that mindset that I am a marketer without me, we can't go forward. And I come up with ideas every time to resolve issues, to help customers. For me, that's a win. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly how this would work. Go on.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adela Fulari. So I agree with all what everyone has said, but I also wanted to put it out there that there's a professional body for customer service. We have West African Association of Customer Service Professional, and you can get your certification from there, and then you get recognized in West Africa. You can also get trained to become a trainer, where you can also train other people. So I just wanted to put that out there. West African Association of Customer Service Professional.
Thank you. We have just one more person and then we're done.
Okay, so for customer service and customer experience, this is how I see it. So for customer service, I see it as the service that you provide. What I mean by that is that moment when you communicate with the customer tells you this is my problem. You try as much as possible to resolve it because that's what you're going to do. But then customer experience is everything put together. The product that the customer is currently using. For example, I work in the financial system. So say the customer has like the bank app, for example, and when the customer logs into my app, how the customer feels about that app. Do you understand? How if the customer calls my call center, how the customer feels when he calls my call center. If the customer is interfacing with me, how the customer feels when the customer is done interfacing with me. All those things put together come together to be the customer's experience. Now, how you as a customer service person improves it is by the time that customer finishes seeing you, how does the customer feel? Do you understand? What are the ideas that you have brought before that is helping that customer improve his or her experience on the app? Do you understand? If, say, for example, when I used to work in a call center, like Globacom, for example, when I used to work there are times when maybe they have like a lot of backlog or we have like a network issue, and then a lot of customers are calling. Sometimes you are very, most of the time, we used to be very quick to say, oh, we are working on it, and they're meant to read it. But at some point, there are some people you interact with, and then you can hear you can, I had a situation where a lady was calling, she had, should I say, an exam to write, and she had prepared all the while, she had bought data, she had done everything. And then she's now in this last minute about to write the exam. And then you expect me to just read her this. It's not going to work. It's you not just putting yourself in that person, communicating to the person. Sometimes I've had a situation where I recommended to a customer to this thing is not going to work with the guy. Get another doctor. Because I'm serious, because you have to consider that person's plight. Tomorrow the person would write the exam, be happy, and on a good day will come back to you. That is the customer's experience. The customer will not forget that this person helped him, rather than just tell the person, oh, it will work. Do you understand? And then this person is now holding on to what I told that person. When I know fully well that there's no headsway in this thing for the next 48 hours. So all of those things, I always tell my team, because I had a team, I always tell my team, always think from the perspective of the customer. Always think if I'm in this, because you're a customer somewhere else, I might be on that desk now talking to that person, but then you're a customer somewhere else. If I walk into Chicken Republic today and somebody is serving me, telling the person, "Oh, this is my order. I want rice," and then you bring me coconut rice. That's not what I want. Do you understand? Yes, I would be kind. I would say kindly, but you also owe me listening to me, understanding what I told you. Do you understand? So always think from the perspective of if I were seated on the other end of this table, would I receive what I just gave? So with that, you would always have like the customer experience mindset. So thank
Thank you so much. So can we beg Dami?
I'm usually out of it. Chickweed is what you can use to
Okay,
make
just one more. Oh, okay.
Especially when you're excelling in CX or not finding to align roles within the CX department of the organization.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, so we're gonna have a panel section, and I think this question will be better suited for that. Awesome.
Thank you.
So with this, I officially end my TED talk. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Okay, if you're clapping for Vivian, that's too small now. She did a really great job. Right, thank you so much. I wanted us to take a question from the online audience. That's why I was actually trying to follow yours up. So somebody asked that only CX team, I think it's I mean everyone, what skill do you believe a future ready professional is focused on? I think we've answered that question, right? Yeah, emotional intelligence, empathy, a little bit of small technicality. I feel like we must go beyond like our team if we really want to deliver a great customer experience. You can't just do it from that chair that you're on. You need to sometimes like take a step into engineering. I'm not saying you should go and learn how to code, but you need to be able to interact with those guys. You need to be able to ask them questions. For example, I think that's like a skill that I excel in. I'm very technical to an extent, maybe because I have a background with software engineering. I've coded HTML, CSS. I ran away to JavaScript because not be me who na go teach. So I ran away, right? But because of that experience, and because I unlike just saying that, for example, there are issues that once they say 24 48 hours, I'm like, no, I'm sure it will take you longer than that. I'm sure it will take you 3 days. I'm sure it will take you 4 days. And then because of that, I'm able to appropriately communicate to. So, like she said, every entire part of the whole product is customer experience from the moment they download your app. And that's why for us here in Cowrywise, every CX team tests products before it is launched. Do you hear what I just said? They must not launch it if me I don't test it. Like I if in fact even from the product meeting where the product is decided, you will see me inside. Because if you can put out what is not like nice now, then customers will now come back and say, CS, your CS is so bad, whereas not be me right code. Right. So if you can, I know that companies are different and but sometimes you are also making excuses for yourself where you are sitting. You have not tried. You have just said, this company is like this. You have not even tried. You have not even tried to put yourself inside the product meeting and say, hi guys. Or talk to the product manager and say, like this product that you're launching, can I just be a part of? Can I understand how it's going? Or even if it's a service industry, like speak with your sales team, know the product, understand it, give suggestion. The way you are if you use this word like this, these customers will not understand it. Oh. You have to say it in plain English. Instead of continue, say continua. That's just a joke. But you have to say it the way they will understand it. So it's important that like we continually develop ourselves and step into places where sometimes they don't people didn't properly used to attend productivity CX before like somebody started to attend. And for the moment the person started to attend, it looked like something that was allowed. So don't just sit down where you are and say, in this company, they are very clinical, they are very, very something." Excuses are easier to make than to do the real work. So go ahead, step into it. If they say no, you're not allowed there, go back. Talk to someone who is like a stakeholder. Tell the person, this is why I want to be in this meeting for so reason. If they don't accept, try again another 2 months. Maybe their mindset would have changed. Their perspective of it would have changed. Or if the product launch and something happened, you say, but this was what I was trying to tell you that day that I wanted to attend the meeting. meeting. By the time we say it like that, maybe they will say, okay, can you help us just look it? They might not invite for the meeting, but they can just say, see this copy we're trying to use. Do you think customer will understand it better? And be ready, be prepared. Don't be that person CX that they say, okay, can you help us look through design? And just like, no, me, I'm not a product manager, or I'm not a product team. If the thing is customer post, best believe that we bust on your table. Like you are at the end of it. You are the one that will receive it before passing it on to whatever team is supposed to manage it. I hope you guys enjoyed Vivian's session because Vivian is like she's a gem. Like she's our national treasure. Yeah, it's Cowrywise treasure. So I'm sure that you had an amazing time. So I hope we're able to answer every question. So we're going to go on a stretch break, 5 minute stretch, so that we'll not overload you with plenty information. You may want to like interact with the person you're sitting with and you just talk about what or can I ask questions?
Yeah.
You will not raise up your hand now if I have a question. Okay, so I understand that are there people that work in not product based companies now? You work in maybe sales based company that sells maybe hardware, not software, not like the one that you have to download the app. Maybe you're just like you understand. You're not downloading app, there's no app attached to it. Are there people that work in those kind of companies? Oh hi. Do you want to tell us the industry? And I'm just curious, how is CX like on your end?
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Enola. I'm a business operational analyst at Babangula. So it is an architect company.
He's a business
Operation
operational
analyst at
analyst at
Babangula. I'm
voice. If mine is corner, I'm sure that you shall go in the higher than that.
All right, so it is an architect company. So we sell farm produce, which is like maize, soya beans, and rice also. We're going into tomatoes. So where CX comes in here for me is sales. So the customer we sell to sometimes, basically, I'll just address them for reconciliation, which is like that. Because we sell with some credit here, where they have like a 7 days grace period. So whenever we sell to them, sometimes they will not pay for a particular delivery. And after okay, you're owing us amount of money, they're like we've paid for that. So you have to like try to get how they came around that data, like why they feel like they've paid. Which is like you know that they are wrong already, but they're still they're not wrong. But you can't just say like yeah, you're owing us money, pay our money. So you have to like get their own data, go through it, point out the error they made there, just like okay, this is why there's a mistake here and there. That is how.
So what would you categorize as like a unique challenge that you face in that field that you feel like somebody that maybe is a product based company may not experience?
Mm, but like maybe like for logistics here, you can't track, you can't like, you can't control the variables that might happen when it is in transit from like, cause we ship from north to the southwest, so you can't undo that. Sometimes the drivers themselves might make it take longer in transit, like affects the quality because it's maize. You have to think like they don't get moist, look out for moist, look out for dead. So you have to be you can't control that here. So when it gets to the customer, you're like, okay, if man, this product is moist, you have to like have that. So you can't really control that compared to people where you're like, yeah, this is tested, this is when it gets launched, you can control the yeah, so he has it.
Amazing. Every field with their own challenge. Okay, so can two people just share with us something you learned in Vivian's session? Just two people. Okay. Something that stood out for you. Um, okay.
My name is Victoria, and the thing that
one thing that stood out for me is that she said you should learn to document your progress, write about what you're doing. So for me, it's been very difficult because one, I work in the hospital and I always just feel like, I mean, it's not customer service or customer support in the hospital is not the same as fintech. Is not the same as the one companies that have product teams. So they might not really understand what we do because it's totally different if you're working in a hospital. It's a matter of life and death. So documenting it, especially because it's you also have to be private. It's people's health. Documenting it has been very difficult, but from what she explained, I'm going to make conscious efforts to document my project. Like she said, you don't always have to mention where you work. You don't have to mention people's names. Just write what you're doing, how you've improved. So that's something that has stood out for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I see that you guys took a lot. Can we say thank you, Vivian? Now, some people are never say thank you. Vivian, some people come and mark their faces. Can we say thank you, Vivian? Yeah, thank you so much. So we will go on a 5 minute stretch break. You've been sitting down for a long. I know some of us are used to it because you see that a lot. Say, hello, yeah, good afternoon. My name is Tammy. You can Cowrywise. And then you're like that for like 3 hours. But standing up is good for you. So please, let's stand up and just stretch. You can move around. Hi, online audience. Thank you so much for joining us. Now we're going on 3 to 5 minutes break. Please stand up from your seats, move around, and we'll see you soon. Okay, yeah. So I'm giving you guys for 3 to 5 minutes. Don't miss me too much. No. Plenty of times to take pictures. Are you serious? Hadiza, are you good? Okay. Check your freezer. It's not a lot, but Like we say, we always try to bring CX leaders from every nook and cranny of the nation, no, of the universe, from Asia to America to, everywhere. We went to source for one. We brought her in by flight, you know. She landed with a private jet. See, well, our CX is on point. CX Blueprint CX is on point. So when you see her glowing, it's because of the private jets. The AC was okay. It was sharp. Right. So without further ado, I will introduce her. Her name is Nora Equal. I hope I pronounced it well. Wait, I'm not done. You know I know how to hype well, right? So Nora Equal is the head of CX operations at Kuda Microfinance Bank. Just in case you've been wondering, why are there so many Kuda people here? Yeah, where she leads critical aspects of customer experience, including onboarding and KYC strategy. With a strong background in customer service and marketing, she brings a unique blend of operational insights and customer-centric thinking to her role. Recognized for her leadership, communication strength, and ability to build efficient processes, Nora has played a key role in shaping our customers experience Kuda. Anyone who uses Kuda here, if you use Kuda, wave your hands. Let us see our customers so that she'll be gingered. Yeah, so if you use Kuda, Nora shapes that experience. Um, yeah, sorry. From their first interaction with the brand through every ongoing engagement, our work is anchored in a commitment to structured problem solving, team empowerment, and continuous improvement. Nora is passionate about transforming customer experience into a strategic growth driver. Our approach focuses on understanding customer needs deeply, designing scalable solutions, and building teams for would consistently deliver excellence. Through her leadership at Kuda, she continues to champion simplified, human-centered experience that strengthens customer trust and retention. I'm a Kuda customer, so yeah, you're doing a good job at that. Can we make welcome the one, the only, all the way from Kuda. Nora Iko. Is that how you invite my guests? No, they did not see you very well. Just let me come from here. Let me introduce you again. The one, the only. The, let me use this English. The Apatapiti of Kuda. Please, sorry. I don't know where I got that from. Sorry. Yeah, so welcome, Nora Iko. It's good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm humble as well. Hi. Thank you. All right. Okay. So we're going to be talking about this. I mean, there were some questions that some of you asked after Vivian's session. So I will be answering some of those questions in my presentation.
But first, some icebreaker. How many of you are practicing what you studied in school at the moment?
All of us are not.
Okay, let me even ask this question. How many of you studied like science courses in school? Okay, what did you study? Jesus. Jeez. My God. In CX? Oh my God. Okay. What other? Biochemistry. Any other person? Jesus Christ. So why did you didn't, or what's the word? How did you get into customer service? Like, why didn't you follow your?
I think mine was influenced by my mom. My mom owns a store, and people have you support them. Yeah, so conversing with some of our customers just finds that passion inside of me, and I decided to pursue.
Right. Interesting. Okay. How about you?
The first job I got at Cowrywise.
Wow. I don't even know why it happens like that. Actually, I noticed that a couple of science students, the first jobs that they actually get, it's usually customer service. Like I interviewed a couple of people recently, and
the courses they studied was there was I think one was mathematics, and it would have my team members here, and they're in my team, and they studied what? Geometry, math. They're my team. We have two math students in the team. In customer service. So, yeah, so it brings me to my story, how I transitioned from marketing to CX. Um, I've always been in media and marketing. I started off at Paul's, different companies. I did social media marketing. And then a friend of mine sent a message. She's like, "Oh, there's a community management role at Kuda," and she said I should apply. And then on the day of the interview, it was a very funny one. Of course, you go for an interview, you have to go really early. I was coming from the island. I got to Yaba 45 minutes early. Like I was early, but I got to the interview 30 minutes late. Let me tell you what happened. So I drove around the whole of Meta looking for Adekunle bus stop for 30 minutes. 5 minutes. I couldn't find my way. SARS stopped me. They wanted to carry me. It was not funny. Oh. I had to tell them this is a do or die affair. Sorry, because first of all, my previous employment were not paying me salary, and I really needed to get the job, whatever the case may be. So I tried to make a U-turn, and then they stopped me. Basically, I said, "Okay, please, it's a do or die affair, and I really need to go for this thing. Like, I really need to." Sorry, can you hear me? Okay, cool. So it's like I really, really, really need to get to where I'm going to. And they were like, okay, so they now blocked the road. And then I was able to use my car. And then I just like I don't know if you know, like at Morocco, you have to it's one way. So I just anyway, I got there. I'd already started rehearsing my interview on the road. I was panicking because I was late, 45 minutes late for an interview that so I got in there and luckily for some reason I was treated really warmly. I was given a bottle of water and they were very, very calm, like really, really calm. Because I was just panting, I was scared because I'm like, this job, they've not paid me 2 months salary in the previous one. So I needed to get this. And then the interviewer said something, have the aura of someone that would do customer service. That single sentence 5 years ago, I'm talking about 6 years ago, changed my career trajectory positively, like positively. Right now, I head the account management team, head the sales operations team and the account management. I head the team. And I actually started the role as a senior customer success lead, not customer success specialist, though, not customer support officer. Could I give me an opportunity as a senior customer success, sorry, English, customer success lead? It was just me. I didn't have anybody reporting to me. I started the team with zero banking operational experience. Like I didn't have any experience about customer service. Nothing. Like NIBS, what is NIBS? Fraud. I didn't know nothing. Like absolutely nothing. I started, but I think I couldn't even use my phone. I didn't have a laptop for like 2 weeks. I was running on my phone on intercom. I think it was Zendesk. Responding, I was doing basically everything. I think we had about maybe 60 customers then. It was it was crazy because I know that I'm a people person. I mean, I like to engage people and then responding to customers and then using some terminologies, banking terms that you're not aware of, you don't know, you have to learn. So, anyways, this next slide, I think I want to go with the slide so that, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so this was me in 2019. Yeah. So of course you have the logo. I mean, sorry, I could have here, but yeah, I was taking pictures of myself. I was looking. I look different now. Gross. Oh my god. Yeah. So I didn't have any formal training in customer service. I entered as a senior role. I learned everything on the job by asking questions, but I was asking questions. I remember I was going to meet the CTO. Please, what does NIBS response code, this query response 06, what does 99 mean? What does 999 mean? Like, I was totally confused. Next slide, please. But I had to punch ahead. I'm like, okay, you know what? Of which let me backtrack. So when they mentioned that aura of customer service thing, I've jumped, don't mind me. Then they said, okay, when the role opens up, they call me back. And then a week after, they called me back for an interview. It was just very brief. And then a week after, I got the offer. I took the salary. You want to start negotiating job? That I took the job. And then I resumed. So I mean, 6 years after, I'm now leading the team, build processes from scratch. It wasn't easy because I didn't have any experience. So building those processes was just scrap. We were using sheets, Google Sheets, Excel sheets. Everything was just, I was just learning, asking questions because I don't have any, like someone that's worked in a bank, a commercial bank for like 6, 7 years. You have the experience to build processes, but just, I don't know if I was building sharp, but I don't know when we have one process, we document it. Every little thing, whatever, we document. So it was easy because since we were small then, it was easy for us to change things, move things around. So if the process is not working, it's easier for you to just, change, move things around, update it on the documents and all that. Then developed frameworks for onboarding. But then I was basically doing everything. I was doing fraud, I was doing onboarding, cards, payments, the whole shebang. I was doing everything. Then I started growing as a people manager. I had to hire one person, then two, then three, then five, and then ultimately like 50 plus until, my role became a bit more specialized. Like this. Yeah. Have we gone to, have we, we're done with that? Okay, cool. So some experiences that shaped my growth. Let me now start with Twitter drag. On Twitter. The first 2 weeks, someone, next slide. The first 2 weeks, somebody called me out on Twitter. I was already thinking about this job is already stressful enough. And they decided to call my family girl name on Twitter. Who hired this Nora? Just because I couldn't resolve this issue. I will never forget. I was just sitting down minding my business. I was just reading, and then someone says, Nora, they're calling you on Twitter. Oh, not DM, timeline. Like, his issue was not resolved fast. And of course, then I was the only one. So I was still, the guy called me out on Twitter and said, we had this, she doesn't know what she's doing. I almost resigned that day because I was demotivated. Like, I was very demotivated. I was like, nope, I can't do this. I can't. How will you be publicly calling me out? Like, what did I do wrong? You can't just. I was demotivated. I went home so upset. I was depressed. I'm like, how do I remedy this thing? So I just said, you know what? I will learn. I will grow. She spoke about certifications. I don't have any certification in customer experience. Nothing. Nada. I don't have any. But I had to just learn. I grew on the job. Every single thing that I know now, I'm still learning. Leadership is a growth curve. I know everything. I learned everything on the job and I'm still learning. Next slide, please. So what I learned from this experience is customers don't care whether you're new or not. You see, as he called me out, whether I've been there for 5 years or just fix my issue. They don't care about your experience or whatever it is you're doing. They don't care about, even if the engineers say they don't care. Just fix my issue. And that's what the customer wanted. Public challenge is real time learning. I had to learn. It's not incompetence. It didn't, I wasn't, I mean, maybe I was still learning, but it didn't mean like I'm incompetent. I just wasn't able to solve this issue at that time. The guy was obviously impatient and he went to rant. And then, but again, it helped me to learn to not cave in under pressure because trust me, that day I was a nervous wreck. I couldn't even walk again. And that tweet came in like maybe around like 11-ish in the morning. So my whole day was really messed up. And it was just me. And I was running to 5,000 customers. So I just looked at my laptop. I said, how will I continue? Because I was not scared to respond to other customers because I wasn't sure of my responses. I wasn't sure. So I was just, it was, no, I won't, go that big. What's my experience? Like, if you can, if you can, if you can respond or if you can calm an irate customer at 9 a.m., you can run a country. Like, we are champions. Oh. Don't ever forget it. We're champions. Clap for yourself. You are champions. Oh. Because you come to work, you are probably having the worst day. And then you enter your laptop and then someone is telling you, God, an issue and whatnot to resolve my issue. I can't even, and then you have your own issues to solve. It's even call center I even feel for, my God, I beg. Ah, I entered call center 2 weeks ago. When I no, I don't come to say hi. Okay, I entered. Just listening to the calls and then she was just trying to be. I could see that she was caving. She was getting very, very like her face was really like calm down. Person was just ranting, just going on and on and on. And the guy did not explain his issue. He just kept complaining. So if you don't have empathy, if you don't have that patience to listen and understand what your customer is telling you to fix, trust me. That's why I said it's not certification. If you do not have service mindset, you will not excel in customer service. If you're coming to work in customer service because okay, I probably need the job, I want money, I want to just grow. Hey, communication fuels motivation, resilience, and problem solving. Career defining moment that built my backbone in CX. That singular thing built my backbone. Like I had to make a resolve to not cave and to just learn how to respond to customers, how to resolve their issues, how to manage them when they're irate. And then it taught me boundaries, empathy, professionalism under pressure. This one, the baptism of fire is responsible, built people. Baptism of fire is from customers. That's what I call it. Baptism of fire. Fire comes every day. Next slide. Then the transitions, the questions that you asked. I started with a team of 1, 2, 5, 18, and ultimately 40 plus 6 professionals, specialists. So thank you. So I mean, of course, we started growing, and one thing I did with my team is I didn't micromanage them at all. When at first they were doing everything, then eventually they started, started diversifying. One person just handled card payments, one person handles like funds transfer, one person handles onboarding issues, login issues, and all that. So they became specialists in that, resolving those issues. But they still understood everything. Because when I brought them in, like the first person I brought in, I'll never forget Maxwell. There was no training, no. All the people that were coming like I had, I did not train them because me I said I don't know anything. So what do I want to train on? I just as soon as Maxwell came, I just said, oh yeah, let's go. He said, I said, start responding. Honestly, yes. All the people I had, except when I now like hired like another 18, like I had to now do like proper structure. As you're coming in, you're starting to respond to customers. And they didn't have they didn't really have experience like that, but most of their people start responding to customers. They drag you to it's true now. Of course they had to, but again, it made them strong. So I didn't have to micromanage them. And that's why, as I said, they grew in competence and confidence. Some of them started transitioning into other departments. As I'm speaking to you, I have over right, I think 20 people in my team that have moved to other departments. So I thought it was a sign of poor leadership. They were like, Nora, I think I want to go to another department, but I don't realize that most people are hungry for growth. They're not just sitting in one place looking to because again, CX is a launch pad. CX is actually one of the teams that because you know everything, you're resolving every issue. You understand the products. So that is your launch pad to move to that department if you want to. You can do my team members, let me continue first. So some of these people now lead their own teams, build products, analyze data, and shape companies, and I'm proud to see that part of that journey. Next slide, please. So lessons I've learned, but let me not get here first. I just want to list the number of departments that these people have moved to. I have a QA engineer, one recently moved to tech support. I have product operations, credit operations, data, um, fraud, internal audit, finance, HR. Yes, most of these people moved to those departments. They were hungry for growth. And it's not like they had to take certifications. No, they didn't. Like the last person that had did tech support, moved to tech support, he just applied. And because he's like one of the best guys on my team, he applied for the job internally and he got it. He had been he had been working like talking to the line manager for the other department, just getting to understand stuff. Just assigning some tasks, do it. So he just got used to it, and he's a bit tech savvy. So it was sorry, my mom's calling me, mommy, I made it. I'm working. Yeah, yeah. So he understood what tech support. I mean, he basically had to work with the line manager to understand how tech support works, everything. And then when he did the interview, he got it. So what I'm trying to say is, if you want to move to another department, you have to be intentional about it. Intentional about growth. You can do anything. You know all the products. You're fixing customers' issues, funds transfer, payment, cards. Right now, if they send you a message now that something is failing, you don't know now. So you can actually be. I mean, products. This is not just okay. You scope the product, and again, You already know what the customer wants. So you're in the best position to even, share your ideas about what the customer needs, user experience, what will work, what will not work. So you have the edge. Data, customers, when you're pulling the data for maybe contact basis or something, you already know how that works. So when you're moving to data, it's not going to be hard. Just do small, learn small SQL, learn small, and you're good to go. QA engineer. So it depends on your mindset. You can move to any department, any department. If you want to do certifications to make it a bit more solid, yes, you can. But again, don't limit yourself. I at some point, even in the course of my role as customer experience, I wanted to move to HR. I applied. I wanted to move. My boss asked me then and said, "Why do you want to move?" I said, "I feel like I'll do well in HR because I'm a people person. I like to manage people, so I think I can do well there." It's like, okay, no problem. I applied. I did whatever. They say, Mara, I don't think you'll be able to move to this thing because where you're at now, there's no junior role for you. It's okay, no problem. I tried to move to marketing because that's where I came from. I was like, I think I need to go back to marketing because I was very frustrated. Like, which kind of CX is this? Because again, at some point in your career, you'll be tired. It becomes monotonous. You just want to do something else. You want to move. You want to do stuff like something different, and then you're just stuck in between. Do I move? Do I improve myself? Do I grow? What do I do? So again, pray about it and then think deeply before you make any decision because trust me, you can move to another department and it's fine. Yeah. Yes, I mean, somebody that's moved to CX to another department, I want to come back. And I'm like, hello, I want to come back to CX. You say you should move if not. So leadership is not ownership. It's about planting seeds you may never harvest. Yes, I had team members. I've grown with them. They've grown, but I don't own them. If you want to move, move. People were telling me, "Oh, Nora, it's not that they're leaving your team. Are you sure that it's not because you're treating them badly?" And I'm like, "No, they want to grow, and I'm proud. Like I'm super proud because you're doing things beyond your comfort zone. QA engineer from CX, and it's not like she, had any engineering background, and she even recently won an award. She's the MVP engineer in the engineering team. Like honestly, so growth is a sign of good culture. People don't need good managers; they follow their own growth. CX is the best foundation for multiple career paths. The fact that my team transitions, want to finish me. The fact that the team transitions to product, tech, fraud, audit, data, QA engineering shows strongly that CX builds transferable skills. So please do not limit yourself at all. You can do anything. You can move to any department. Any department. I don't know about anyway, comes to any department. Yeah. Yeah. So your validation as a leader comes from the success of those you nurtured, not titles or promotions. I call myself a service leader. Yes, I'm the head of CX accounts, head of CX operations, but I and my team members here will attest to that fact. Not, I think for me, I'm more like a friend to my team members. I don't lead per se because, oh yeah, I'm the head of the team, I carry it on my head. Your team members are your alibis. There's some things that you don't know that they know. I sometimes I go into a meeting and I just drag my team lead like, how far more? I don't know this thing. You just help me. Just give me like, just cause I'm not really sure of like what like maybe there's an issue that they had. Has it been fixed? Has it been resolved? I might not remember, but I'll just drag her in like a beg. Your team members are your alibis. If you don't treat your team members well, they will fuck you up. Pardon my language. They will fuck you up. They will fuck up. So um what's the word? Grow with your team. Make sure that you nurture your team. Don't just nurture them because their growth is dependent on you. Hmm? Your next move is dependent on you because the person will come, they will give you bad advice. Uh-huh. So it's the real life evidence of people who grew under your leadership. Leaders' legacy is not the people they keep, it's the amazing leaders they produce. I am proud that the journey started with me. Next slide. Okay. Yeah, next slide. So yeah, CX career ladder. So there are different roles in CX. I'm sure a couple of you are in different, specific roles. We have the customer experience specialist. Sorry, there's one before this one. The entry level role, was that removed? Okay, maybe I'll just speak through it. So the entry level roles, we have the onboarding associates, we have the call center reps, we have the maybe KYC associates, we have the live chat support. Those entry level roles that you. Mhm. Then the mid level roles are the specialists, the analysts, the relationship managers, the customer success specialists. We have the QAs, we have the workforce management managers. What's up, Anna? Very good. You have the sales managers, the CX leads, you have the VPs, the SVPs, customer officers, and there are different competencies and skills to attain this level. See, you can actually have right now everybody here. I see everybody here as a leader. It's just maybe it takes maybe some form of um, self awareness. You understand your flaws, understand your strengths, understand your weaknesses. Because recently we had a fireside chat, we were talking about growth, and they asked me what does growth mean to me. And I said growth is about impact, adding value to yourself, adding value to your team, adding value to your organization. If you want to become a leader, you have to be intentional about it. One of my colleagues, he became a leader very, very fast. Like as soon as he was already managing people. And he mentioned that it wasn't easy for him because he didn't feel like he had the emotional intelligence to manage people. So his emotions were all over the place. And then, you're calling people out anyhow, you're doing anyhow because oh yeah, that's just his style. But he at some point he had to realize that you don't manage people like that. You need to be emotionally intelligent. That emotional intelligence is very, very key. It was tough not to crack for me in this role because I started getting early. Your emotions are just all over the place. You're managing people. You are doing the job for the first time. And then your emotions are just through the roof. I had to learn how to be emotionally intelligent. I'm still learning. Trust me, I am. Because it's not easy. There's sometimes where you just let me give you a scenario. So I did something wrong, very, very wrong. The customer was complaining about his transaction. It was small money, very small money. When I mean small money, it was very, very small money. The guy kept sending messages on Twitter, kept disturbing. And then we finally invested after the 30 minutes. I was studying. And I went on timeline and said, we've reversed that amount. You get. So let's say the guy was 500 naira. Do you get my grip? Yeah. On the timeline, I went there and I said, we reversed your naira on the timeline. Well, I just let the guy report to myself, like, I've done something. Please, can we delete that? Delete that tweet. By then it was too late. My senior had seen it. So that they said dragging us. They started dragging. Yo, how would you do this? Do this? It's not fair. Just this amount is not too small. It's person's money. But because I was upset, I'm like, it's just this amount. That was your issue. Like, but my pettiness, my emotional intelligence, I went to go. So you can see that I didn't handle it well. I didn't. If it was now, where everything is a bit more structured, I probably would have gotten a fine or a query. Yes. But then we're still small then. So they let it slide. No, I don't do it again. But I let my emotions get the better of me and it shouldn't have happened. And I now did this on the timeline. It was very embarrassing. Like the amount safe. That amount cannot buy pure water right now. That's what I did. Very bad. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. They dragged. They dragged. If that guy that dragged me that time, me, I was the one that typed it. God, I beg. I found my slide. It's not showing. Oh. It's not showing. So yeah, I just want to talk briefly about the competencies and skills needed to. Let me just put my notes. Yeah. So for skills that you need for CX success, empathy. Empathy is very, 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 very important. Please see this emotional intelligence thing I was talking about. Empathy is also interwoven. If you're not, again, and I think that every CX person should learn how to speak up. If you come to work and you're not you're not in the mood or you're not capable of responding to the customer, talk. so it doesn't get you into trouble. Because yes, we have our own issues. You can come to work and something just happens, and then you just tell your line manager, please, I'm not in a very good headspace, and I don't want to be rude to a customer. Just talk, and then we can give you like an hour off or something. Don't ever compromise mixing your emotions when you're responding to customers. Like, don't. Because I mean, we had like an incident recently, and it wasn't funny. Like, it wasn't funny at all. Clearly, the person probably was having issues, but the way she responded to the customer was so bad. It was so bad, like really bad. So you have to like, if you're not feeling okay, if you're not ready, like if you're not emotionally like, please just stay away. But again, people will not take advantage of it. It's just Nigerians. Ah, so the thing is, my mental health right now is through the roof. I'm not sure I can work today. Like, and like these are funny. Then you have to be customer obsessed. That's why I said if you want to work in customer service, you have to be customer obsessed. If you don't have a knack for helping people, if you don't have a knack, someone reached out to me and said I want to be customer service, and I'm like, okay, so what have you done? You know, what have you done? What have you done? I was like, so in my mother's shop, he mentioned something that stood out for me, and I'm like, I just said nope. He said, so somebody has to come and buy something. I just said nope. You know when you say nope out of like nope, like pardon? And I said nope. Pardon, ma? I said nope. You can't work with me. Why? Like, because there was no, he was just all over the place. He was not coherent, and then he could not exactly, couldn't tell me anything that you've done. Again, for me, it's not even about experience. I don't work with experience. It's your behavior, it's your attitude. You, when I'm interviewing people, I don't even look at CVs anymore. The last people I interviewed, I didn't look at their CVs because I was not asking, where have you worked before? I'm sure the person will be thinking, check my CV. No, I don't check CVs. Oh, I use your behavior, how you think, how you your thought process. So I would ask you questions that revolve around even your hobbies. I just want to know you because if I get to know you, then I think I know what you can do. Even if I ask you, okay, how have you helped the you can lie to me that you've helped customer now. Have you? Yes, everybody will lie. I've resolved maybe 100 issues. I've been, this customer came, I resolved an irate customer's issue. You will lie. But if I ask you, tell me what are your hobbies? What do you love to do? Like, what would you do? Let's go out for coffee and stuff. Just have like conversations. I just want to know the real you. And then I'll know if you're actually service oriented because you will sleep eventually. You will say something that will sleep. And I will know. You will sleep. So I'm not saying that people shouldn't apply to, you shouldn't be, if you want to be a customer service person, you shouldn't just ensure that you know what you're coming to do. But I don't come and embarrass you. Be customer obsessed. Be a people person. You're responding to customers. It is their needs above yours right now. Like if even if you're not, they don't care whether you're feeling fine. Oh. So long as you decided you're going to work, they don't care. They don't want to know. If you're not feeling well, oh, I might just resolve my issues. Somebody sent me a picture of dead body in 2019. Yeah, person was I think it was a restriction on the personal account, and then of course it seemed like fraud or something. Oh, we need to meet the restriction, everything. Please help. The person, my sister's about to die. We need the money. The next thing, I saw a picture of dead body in my DM. That's on like on the tool, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do about this? I just spoke to my like, you say they want to collect their money, and the lady sister's about to die or something. I mean, it was what did we even do? It was a lie. Thank God we didn't leave that restriction. It was a lie, a very big lie. So when you're managing customers, you need to pay attention to detail. Pay attention to it, especially now that customers they can do scammers. If I mean you hear about unauthorized transactions, scammers. Jesus. Emotional intelligence, effective communication, active listening, listen to the customers. They can say something that will just sleep and you just mistakenly go and tamper with something and then somebody's money has gone. Pay attention, active listening, listen to them, understand their issues before you attempt to resolve. Because if you don't understand, You can't resolve their issues. Problem solving, of course. Okay, so what do you know about customer service? I love to solve problems. What kind of problems you love to solve? So the thing is, so when I somebody sends me this, somebody sent me an email, and then I was able to resolve. I mean, you're just giving me a big answer. Don't have enough for problem solving, like going the extra mile. Problem solving is not just problem solving; you need to go the extra mile. Okay, I can solve problems. How have you been able to solve the problem? What have you done? Okay, somebody escalates something to you, and then you're not able to resolve it. What's the next thing to do? Maybe you escalate to your line manager. If your line manager is not doing anything about it, what do you do? Do you just leave it there? Or you actually put it through and resolve it? It's not just, oh, I'm resolving it, I resolve. What do you actually do? You go the extra mile, go above and beyond in resolving issues. Product knowledge. As Danny mentioned, before they launch a product, make sure you use it. You're supposed to use it first. If CX has not tested it, it shouldn't go out to the customer at all. I recently did a training and I was appalled feedback that they give me because apparently when they push out products or new features, CX is not aware. They said they would just customer messages start coming in, like messages will start coming in like, my app is not opening, and then they're like, and they will not start. And the thing is, you now start preferring wrong solutions to those customers because you don't know what they pushed. They will push an update, you won't know. You will not be seeing, the app is down. My this thing is down. What they call it? My transaction is not going. My account balance is like my account balance is it's insufficient. Different things. Do you understand? And you're like, and you're thinking, okay, and then you now start giving the wrong solution, and then probably Q will now mark you down because you gave the wrong solution. But engineer has pushed an update you're not aware of. So please, if you're in any position, leadership, and you're probably having meetings with the product guys, before they push out any product at all, feature or anything, make sure that CX is, have a chain management meeting. If that chain management meeting does not hold, that product or whatever feature they're pushing out does not go out. It mustn't at all because they're the ones that will suffer. We're the backbone of the company. So if you say all of us are going like this, the company, because if there's nobody to actually resolve their issues, customers will stop using the bank. And attention to critical thinking. Again, why I put this one here is because sometimes there's some issues that are just beyond even the bank's purview. And there's some issues that border around company policy and customer satisfaction. But in cases like this, you have to put the customer first while ensuring that you're protecting the interest of the company. So that's where critical thinking comes in. So that you do not go and say, okay, because I'm trying to satisfy the customer, you now go and probably go and maybe lift from restriction or do something, then swipe. And then you ask who asked you, told you. You get. So critical thinking is very key. I've been in several situations where I have to probably, because there are different issues that will come up that probably we don't have the feature, we don't have the means of doing it. We can't move money, or we can't things. We want to move money that even you'd be like, there's something. And again, that's where processes now come in. So it's just build processes with those use case scenarios. So as a CX person, and that's where the onus is on you. If customers come with this, weird requests, you as a person innovate, come up with a use case scenario, take it to product. You were saying, how do you share ideas? That's an idea. So use data. When a customer shares like an out of the box issue that you're not even sure that you can fix, come up with a solution, a use case scenario for it, and pitch it to the product team. It's something they can build. You sold an idea. You get. So when you're working, sometimes just go through, look at the data. How many issues came in today? What kind of issues are these? Is this something that we can, what can we even do to automate these issues? How many do we have? Maybe account closure. Why customers closing accounts? What's the issue? You now check probably the reason. Is the reason because okay, maybe you're not giving me enough interest, you're not giving me loan, you're not giving me something. You can use that to pitch an idea. Okay, I think that the customer is. We're not here for just resolving tickets. We are beyond resolving tickets. You are beyond resolving tickets. Like this year, we launched, I don't know, like if we launched like a CUDA CXO for the first time. 2 years ago, I thought about just doing something. I mean, I came up with the idea 2 years ago. Yeah, 2022. It didn't fly then, and that was 2022. Yeah, it didn't fly then. 2023, we're like, okay, let's see. 2024, but it happened. Today, I mean, this year, we launched like our first Kuda Safe program, executed, everything done. Like, I'm proud of myself. Like, I'm beating my chest. I'm proud of myself. Because when I came up with that idea, it was not supposed to even be a concept. It was supposed to be just maybe like a workshop type thing where we have, people come in, we have like blog demos, we have, speaking engagements, and we have like workstations, and they just move random. But as time grew by, you have your line manager again, work with your line manager. She guided me, directed me, and then we came up with like an idea, proper idea, was better fleshed out. And then she gave me the like, Madam, go ahead. And I executed it. That's an idea. And I powered through. And I mean, I'm proud of it. I've added it to my portfolio. So every little interaction you have with the customer is an idea that you can sell to the company. Work with data. Work with data. When you resolve all your issues in a day or in a week, you can check all the issues that you resolved. How many account closures? How many login issues? How many payment issues? How many? What can we automate? What can we? Is the process very manual? Can we make the process better? Can we do end-to-end ownership? Which one is going to tech support? Which one is going to engineering? What can we own? What can we fix by ourselves? Sometimes you get to like end-to-end process. You don't need to push tech support or engineering because we have champions amongst you, experts. You might actually not know your potential until you explore it. You might not know your potential. You just be looking at data and then realize I can analyze data well. And then the next thing, before you know, you become CX analyst. It just creates a role for you in the team. You've moved transferable skills. Bam. So you're not just resolving tickets. That's not what we're here for. See yourself as the backbone of CX. Do anything. Not just resolving tickets. Okay, I resolved 100 tickets today. What's your sister? Sister's score is 5. What's your NPS score? Okay, and that's it. QA, 95%. They will not give you GKT, and that's it. That's not what you're all about now. No, please. That's why when I said I should speak about this, and I'm like, I was happy about it because I know how I started, and I know how I pushed myself to grow. Who would have thought me, Nora, media girly, do head of department, me? Never thought. 6 years after, head of department. I'm proud. And I feel like if I can do it, you guys can do it too. Okay? Attention to detail. Pay close attention to detail because it can make or mar you. It can make or mar you. This one detail like this, time management as well. Giving tickets to close, 100 tickets in a day. If you're not able to close this 100 tickets, at least do 50 quality interactions. 50 quality interactions equate to satisfied customer. If you're doing 100 untidy conversations, they're just shy responding because want to respond and close. So people now what they do is, hi, how may I help you? Please hold on for a response. They'll close the ticket. Because you have front line and back office. So you don't say, okay, back office. And it's something you can own end to end though. Like maybe you just do, hi, how can I help you? Okay, we hold on for a response. Now create a ticket and move it to escalation because you're lazy and then you've done your 100 tickets. Yes, I've seen it before. Just do okay, 100 tickets because right now you don't have front line, you have back office. So because your own is just to do, hi, how may I help you? Please hold on, we'll get back to you shortly. You now do 100 of that. They now say you've done for the day. You're done for the day, Abby. Like you don't resolve an issue. How is that supposed to help you grow as a person? I just knew we were to the answer. Adaptability and resilience. You need to be able to adapt. Changes come like anytime. While I was at Kuda, I mean Kuda, what's wrong with me? Sorry. So a lot of changes. Things are just moving around. Like things were changing. My God, and then you have to move with the pace as it's changing. You have to learn. A new process. You probably push the process today, the service, or they're changing the process again like in 2 days. They're pushing another update. You have to be up to date because right now, even if they've changed the process, like maybe they changed the process 2 days ago, and then you might probably now be giving the same old process to your customer, and they've changed the process. So you have to adapt. You have to keep up. Any meeting that they drag you in, attend, put your ear there, learn, because it'll also help you. Sir? Who remembers the next one on the slide? That's the one I was talking about. The next one. Hmm? Collaboration. That's another thing that you need to learn. So within your space, of course, you're just interacting with your team members. How do you collaborate with other teams? Compliance, tech, fraud, engineering, product. How do you collaborate with them? So where I am, like, we do like stakeholder meetings where we share like the top issues that customers have. We share with them, we help them make informed decisions to actually improve or fix issues you get. So as a CX person, try as much as possible to collaborate effectively. You as a leader, as a specialist, collaborate with your other teams, products, because at the end of the day, you're the ones building the product, you're the ones talking to the customer. So if you're not giving them do surveys, if you're not giving them if you're not providing them with information about how the customer feels, you won't know what to fix. And there's a question I want to ask. Yeah. This is how I do it. Do you think that the I'm trying to remember the question. When product is building a feature, do you think that they should test? No, no, not test before pushing out. There's one word. Is it test before pushing out or push out before test and then take the feedback? What do you think? Hmm? Yeah, because there's actually some yeah. What do you do?
Currently trying to transition us.
Product. So what do you think?
Okay, so for product management, there are different things.
Okay.
So that part would be like A/B testing.
Yeah, of course.
You group, say like
Yeah,
because you have to test.
of course. Yeah.
I built
Mhm.
software and I want people to use it.
Mhm.
I won't use it. My team will not use
Of
it.
course.
We'll use it, but not like that.
Yeah.
So give it to external parties. We can pick a sample size of say 50.
Mhm.
So do a
Sorry.
not a survey per se this time. Real testing.
Real testing,
Like
yeah.
data, A/B
QA,
testing.
yeah, yeah.
And then you put it to them, please test this,
Mhm.
and then would that work with the feedback?
Okay.
Now, by the time we do this, CX comes in at the end of the day, that sample size that we have picked,
Mhm.
we are the ones, they are the ones that will now like, okay, have to analyze the whole thing. Me
Mhm.
now, say if I'm going into product management, I'm coming with like CX knowledge. So I
Yeah.
know, okay, this is what I'm looking out for, this is what the customers would. And one thing about product that people don't realize is when you're building a thing, it's like sending a mail with errors. Somehow, when you type that mail, you will look at it 50 times. I promise you, not say
Of
anything.
course. When it goes out.
But then once you give it to somebody else, the person is looking from an objective standpoint, and the person is able to, should I say, objectively critique what you're doing.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's important that when I know, but the only bad thing about like in the system that I'm in now is they just launch the feature. They
Yeah.
don't tell anybody.
Jesus.
The customer now comes and now is now educating you on the new feature on the app
Lord, I
of
beg.
your bank. And you're like, they are not no, it's not there, it's here. No, please look
Yeah.
at this side.
Do you understand?
You'll be very confused. And that's the part where it's annoying.
Mhm.
If you're launching to a like a sample size, oh, everybody in the organization test first.
Okay.
We get that part, not launch to
Launch
the
to
entire
get
world.
entire world, yeah.
All right, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So we get that, right? Damn, are you here to chase me away? Something like that. Okay, let me breathe. Let me quick. Let me hurry up. Let me breeze through. But is everybody getting it? Do you have questions? Any questions yet? Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna breeze through before Demi comes to take the mic from me. Okay, let me just use my phone. I think I have the slides on. Sorry. Okay, and then we're talking about yeah, continuous learning, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. Feedback management. Please do not wait for your team, for your line manager to give you feedback. If you feel like you need some form of direction or mentorship,
please own your brand.
Yeah.
I'm owning my story. I transitioned from marketing to CX. Most of the speaking engagements I'm called for, borders around this. So I'm owning it. This is my brand. This is my authentic story. Next slide, please. Lessons from my journey. Don't underestimate your transferable skills. Your experience is very, very valuable. Anything you have, even if what you can do is to write code, if you can analyze data, if you're very good with empathy, every experience or skill that you have, it is very, very, very valuable. Do not underestimate yourself, please. I almost did that to myself and I learned the hard way. But right now I'm growing, I'm still growing. Courage to try matters more than qualifications. I didn't have the qualifications to become a customer service person, but I took the offer. I started it, and here I am now. So my qualifications don't matter. I have marketing, social media. There's nothing customer service on my CV, but I took the courage out of fear. Google was my best friend. Trust me, that first year was like customer experience in NYSC. It wasn't funny. It's like I was learning foreign language, but I took the courage to learn and to grow, and then be a sponge. Learn everything you can. Learn everything you can learn from the products guys, even cleaners. No, but you can learn from people. Trust me, you can learn from everybody. Be a sponge. Invest in people. Your team is your power, not money. Not say you invest money. Invest in people. Like guide them, direct, speak. If you have knowledge to impact. I never can tell how far you will go. Document your wins, document your success. She mentioned this, going to you that document your wins, list your achievements. That's your CSAT score was 100%. Document it. If you were able to, if the customer probably puts out your name that, oh, this person did something, document it. Every win or every win that you have is not small.
Yeah.
Just document it. Your career is a story. Own it boldly. That's how doors open. I did finish. Just well. Yes, this is just final. CX is no longer a back office option. Function is one of the most strategic drivers of business growth and customer loyalty. Customers expect, of course, digital experiences frictionless, but they also crave genuine human warmth. You know this AI thing now. I don't want to dive into it, but please, if you're, you know, for some reason your company is using AI, don't forget that customers still crave the human connection. They still crave it. They still want it. Like customers will actually start a conversation with your bot and they still go back and say, I want to talk to a human.
Yeah.
Do you get? So AI is not here to replace us. AI is just complementing what we have. Do you get? It's just probably resolving like simple queries but it's not replacing us, sorry. Then the industry is shifting toward proactive care. We need to be more proactive in responding to customers as well. That's why I said use data to analyze customer issues so that you don't have them coming back, for issues that you can resolve. Um, yeah, we landscape problems. Data and insights now sit at the center of great CX, as I mentioned. CX teams must be comfortable with metrics, patterns, tools, and business conversations, as I mentioned earlier. Last slide, please. As products get more similar, experience becomes a competitive advantage, and CX is the team that shapes how customers feel about the brand. Automation and AI transformations mentioned that earlier. And we must embrace continuous learning because the expectations of customers change faster than the tools we use to serve them. Thank you all. Do you have any questions?
Don't worry, I'll check that for you. Just sit with me here.
All right, thanks.
You look beautiful, by the
Thank
way.
you.
Yeah, he's very beautiful. Oh my gosh. All right, so don't worry, we'll go to question. And I think that like this session has really been great because you delved into so many questions that we had asked before, transitioning, like how to grow within CX and all of those. I think one thing that stood for me was also where you mentioned like analyze whatever is happening so that customers don't have to keep coming back to complain about the same thing. That's something that we do in Cowrywise a lot. I still remember last week we were having a particular payments failing over and over again, and there were a lot of complaints, but I was just like what's the impact of this? Thankfully I have access to some data, pulled out the data, looked at. By the time we saw it, in fact, not even like it was just a few out of people that were experiencing that were reaching out. So that means like it was really a lot, right? And doing that just helped us to escalate the payment partner, stay on their neck until it is resolved. And just by doing that, you're not just creating a great customer experience, you're also generating revenue for the company. Because imagine that if, for example, 1,000 people payments are failing, if any of them are supposed to bring 1 million naira, that's like how much like lost already within a short time. That's like 1 billion that would have been taken. Now, there are people that probably you would think that that's their job. Actually, my own job is just to ensure that our customers are fine. But taking that step outside there to just say that what exactly is happening, it even helps your work too, because at least you will lessen how you now have to start responding to people and all that. So I think that like this session was really amazing. Thank you so much. I learned a lot. Even me, I learned a lot. Can we give her a round of applause? You clap. Yeah, thank you so much. So, do you have questions? I'll be taking just 5 questions. So, please, if you have questions, and don't say, just to buttress what she said. Thank you. It's already buttressed. No need. So, please, everyone who has a question now, after this, just the raise of your hand, I might not be taking any more questions because the DJ is ready for us to party. So, let's move on to party. All right, just one person. Okay, so I'll do it like this. 2 questions, since it's just 2 people, and then 3 people to just tell me something you learned from this session. What's your key takeaway? What's something that as you step out of here, you can't even wait? As I'm talking, you're already like, please finish. I need to go and apply this thing. I need to go and implement it. It's a cheat code that I just found. So 2 questions and then 3 something that stood out for you. Okay, let's go to questions. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you so much, Nora. I really enjoyed your session. And just like you, I transitioned from marketing.
Oh, nice.
After
Okay.
4 years.
Oh, nice.
My question, so currently, right, I just got my first
Your first?
role in CX.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
currently,
Cool.
of course, I mean, I had to do CX and marketing also, but
Okay.
now I am now like doing. And I wanted to ask that at the KYC level, I remember you mentioned KYC, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Like that's my exact role. But
Okay.
of course, it was a CX, but that's that KYC. That's what I'm doing. So I wanted to ask that: how can I automate that system in KYC? In KYC, you called it KYC associates. I think that's what you
KYC
called it.
associates, onboarding.
Yes,
Onboarding.
and KYC.
Yeah.
So, and that's exactly what I do. How can I automate it? We don't have so many customers, but KYC is very. I'm very strict. Everything is up to date. Like no sleep, please. Nobody should stress me. So how can that automated, right? And I'm thinking it might not work to automate it, but then yeah, right? Because customers will come. There's so many customers. So how can yes? Thank you very much.
Okay, can she ask a question?
Okay.
Okay, so I have 2 questions. My first question is how do you balance a smooth customer experience and customer retention? And okay, and my second question is I've been in the fintech space for like 5 years now, and I manage a team. Okay, over time I've discovered that the customer service personnel they have this attitude of, oh, should I call it a non-challenge attitude, or they don't have this empathy towards customers. You were saying something the other time about product and sales, companies that do products and companies that do sales. We do products. If it is sales where most times you have physical encounter with your customers, there's a certain attitude you cannot maintain with that customer. And for someone, okay, if you do products, a customer is complaining, oh, I've not seen 600,000, I've not seen this particular amount of money. I know customers, they lie a lot. They do a lot of things. Like you said, they send a dead body. Sometimes they send shrine to us just to make us do all sort of things. But I still feel okay, there are times whereby we can, oh, is it the API that's causing this delay? Where's the issue coming from? But I always have to deal with team members that, oh, because this customer cannot see me, or they can just shout online, they can just so I've always had the issue of having to create a balance between, oh, there's actually an issue here. We know there are policies, there are things, oh, 24 hours, 48 hours, but sometimes I feel aside from reading these scripts, oh, this, what can we do, to just make sure
that we that offer products and those that offer sales, there's a balance between the both of us.
I wanted to also give more details about your first question. I'm not sure
Customer satisfaction.
I'm not sure we understood the question.
Okay, I mean like a smooth customer experience, like, oh, this customer, I want to satisfy this customer, because I feel like there are some, okay, there's always a time in a company where the focus is more on customer retention. We want to retain customers at this point. So, and you know, there are customers' experiences that, oh, this customer is going, there's nothing we can do to assist this customer anymore. Or there's, you know, I don't know how, there are a lot of instances, but we want to ensure that this person has a smooth customer experience, or a customer that is going about giving bad reviews. I think they know now that we really care about this review thing. So they delete their accounts, we get notifications, and we message them, oh, this thing is probably an unauthorized access, or customers who forget their login details on someone else, and but they come and say, oh, it is you people that stole my details and all those kind of things. So how do we strike a balance between a smooth customer experience and customer retention, especially when the organization is laying emphasis on customer retention?
Okay, that makes sense. You remember the question?
Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Okay, for your question, you said how do you automate your KYC? Are you guys using paper? Eh?
Google Sheets.
Google Sheets.
Yes, document all of them. And there is like Google Forms.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Okay, so I mean, again, I don't know what your product guys do, but I mean, there are a lot of things that need to happen. You know, you need to, I don't know what company, I mean, I don't know what you do, like, you know, but again, you have to, it's like I'm going to sell trade secrets. I'll give you this after these things. Trade secrets. No, I will share it after you now.
Share it.
What's that? I'm not allowed to share it. Trade secrets, please. But anyways, I mean, again, you can selfies. What's the word? Not selfies. Yeah, selfies. Facial ID verification. What's the word? Just throw away the sheets first of all. Okay, I'm just trying to understand how, because
Like, why are
again,
they feeling?
why are you feel like exactly like why are you feeling the
And I'm wondering, is there a way that we can? Is there a way
so when they feel it, you guys get the details and then you now do it manually.
manually? Yeah, check them one by one. Yes.
You say?
It's true.
Please, we'll see after this because it's not. I mean, it's very complex. It's complex. It's complex. We'll see after yeah, it's complex. Yeah. On to your question, the first one, customer satisfaction equates customer retention. That's my answer to you. Yeah. If a customer is satisfied, it's automatically retained.
True.
That's it. That's it. Then the second question was, what's the first one? The second one was which one?
Attitude of.
Yeah. If you have people on your team they should not be on your team.
Thank you.
They should not be on your team. Like the fact that you won't keep them for long safe is a problem. Right now, CX is not clear. It is you need deadwood and those that are actually working. If people are not applying themselves, and again, lose scripts. Stop using macros and scripts. Lose it. When people apply themselves, you know the people that are actually doing the work, that are actually being empathetic in their interactions. If you're using scripts, you're using macros and all that, they'll just drop, oh yeah, so they'll give you the whole bullet points and they'll move on. You can't see that human, response. So what I'm saying is this: if you're using scripts, lose the scripts. See those that apply themselves. Those that are not applying themselves, get them out. It's not time to play. Do you understand? And then get people. That's why I say if you're interviewing, don't use CV. Behavioral, attitudinal, dedication, commitment. Understand their thought process and know if they're actually service oriented. Because right now, biochemistry is doing customer experience. It's not about the cost anymore. It's about the attitude to serve. Do you understand? So please lose the scripts, let them apply themselves. And if they're not working, then you get them out. It's not that hard. Do you understand? You have to be firm and assertive about things like this. Okay? Does that answer your question? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Just a grade for a question. No, please, sorry. Okay, anyone, you just remember your question. Oh, you're good. Are we good? We're all good. You did such an amazing job. See,
Thank you.
it's
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you so much. Can we give a round of applause? Not fishy, get their seat. Don't stop clapping. Okay. So I want to hear you guys. What's one thing that you are taking away from this session that you can't wait to go implement? Anyone is volunteering to speak. Okay. Are you from Kuda? Are you from Kuda? Like, yeah. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Abiola. I actually don't do products, I do services. And I work in the um, legal space, yeah. So, what I learned from what she said over time is owning your brand. I started as CX person in the legal space, and I've grown to operations. And I would say what I learned here about owning the brand or owning your brand here is that I've been trying to figure out a way of connecting the dots of from the customer service to the product to operations. And from what I could deduce from what she said, telling your story and being able to market what you are and bringing it out to space. So I was able to get something from that and how to link the dots. So thank you, Nora, and well done.
Clap now. I think there was also something she said, and then immediately what I had in my head is don't let anybody limit you to resolving tickets. Don't let anybody box you to resolving tickets. They're great. It's great that we resolve issues and close tickets. But always remember that you must never be boxed to that, or else you become a robot. All you do, uh, rinse, repeat, repeat, rinse, and you keep going on like that. So that was also something I took out from that session. Any other person wants to share with us? Oh, I have to come back. Okay, okay. Somebody called my name because I like the way she called my name. I'll be back. Sorry. Thank you very much. My name is Lisa Laide. First of all, I want to tell Nora, I like the fact that she's very raw. Um, I mean, she said that mistake that she had earlier on in her career, and that stood out for me. And she's very honest and hilarious. Oh my God, she's funny. um, the one thing that stood out for me with Nora was when she said that CX is like the best career launchpad. Like you can diversify into multiple career going with that because I like to think multiple multi-potential. So yeah, so I have a lot of interest and I feel like CX is like the best space for me to grow. Thank you very much, Nora. Thank you, Nora. Okay, many, many, many more. You've spoken today. Sorry. Okay, thank you, Dami. My name is Yolade. I want to get can we keep it so that we can get each other? So one of the things that stood out for me from Nora's session is that I should give myself to continuous learning. You understand? She was mentioning how much, excuse me, you can move to other department, right? And also, while you're in CX team, you have to give yourself to learning. And I eventually discovered that I'm nowhere wanting to move from CX to another team because I recently asked my supervisor actually want to move, right? Because I was tired of the monotony, really. So while I want to proceed like she did, but then I'm nowhere. Thank you. Thank you. So she talked about, she said, give yourself to continuous learning. Yes. So I know that the bags are going round. You might find a car key inside, you know. You might just check and find, you know, the key to the private jets that Nora brought here. Okay, thank you so much. You guys have been an amazing audience. Actually, as I was coming home, I was freaking out because I had a stressful morning. So I was like, oh my God, will I be able to do this? But see me now. No, look now. See me. Did I do a good job? All right. So, I mean, we'll always do this. We'll keep doing this so that we understand the growth opportunities that are in CX, what you can do beyond what you're currently doing. Did anybody find what they can do beyond what they're currently doing? Yes, I actually even found more. Like, I'm so grateful to Nora. That was a beautiful session. So very soon we'll be having games. Just something to, you've been calling since January. It's time to shake your body or blow balloon. You're about to be a child. So please don't do I'm a big girl. Hey. No, 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 no. Have fun, relax. The bags will be going around, don't worry. Again, have you checked? Is there khaki inside the bag? Hey, G-Wagon, I said it. I said it. It looks like, you know. So please, if you want to eat before the game session, we're setting up outside. We'll be using outside for the game session. It might also be a good time to get to know that person that talks and you like the way they talk and you just want to get to know them. Please go ahead and do that. So our online audience, what do you have any questions? You will. Nothing like that. Okay. So it's been an amazing time with you guys. It's been an amazing time of the day. I hope you've learned. I hope you're going back better and stronger than you came. I hope you are able to relate to, as Laura was talking, I was just like, yes, 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 that's it. I hope you were able to relate with every point of the session. Um, I'm your host. You might find me again, or you might not find me again. You'll find me. I mean, you will always find me. So I'm your host. My name is Dami. I'm a senior product specialist in Cowrywise, senior customer experience specialist. I love what I do. This is Cowrywise. Hey, let me sell Cowrywise. So this is Cowrywise. If you don't have our app, can you wave your hands to Jesus? So that, hey, sorry, not Jesus. Can you wave your hands? So that we can remove the G-Wagon key we put in your bag. If you don't use Cowrywise, wave your hands. Okay, I know everybody has downloaded. If you don't have funds in Cowrywise, wave your hands. I need to remove the key, the G-Wagon key in your bag. Say, when do you plan to use Cowrywise? So good, 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 good. So everybody uses Cowrywise. I'm so proud. Boy, are you not proud?
Just one. If you're in the process of selling Cowrywise,
Let me even just make sure everything is. But will you take the second?